Okay, so starting in standing, you're going to lengthen up through the crown of your head, balance the weight through both feet. Just let your arms relax down by your sides, shoulders released. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a long exhalation out through your mouth. And then you're just going to go into little nose spirals, so drawing tiny, tiny circles with your nose. If it helps you, close your eyes. And you're going to let those circles start to get bigger and bigger. And then you can change direction and let them start to get smaller again. And then when they're really tiny, you can open your eyes and you're just going to take hold of two small weights. Now, if you don't have any weights, you can use a tin of beans in each hand or a little bottle of water, or you can just do it without weights. But actually I'm trying to focus on bone health here, and actually using weights is really, really good for that. So you're going to start off just by doing little bicep curls. So you're going to turn your palms forward and then you're going to bend your elbows and bring your arms up in front of you, up towards your shoulders, and then lengthen your arms again. So let your arms straighten completely between each one. And then you're going to add in just a little knee bend. So as you bend your elbows, you're going to bend your knees, just a little one, and then you're going to straighten your legs as you straighten your arms. You're keeping your spine vertical, it's just a small bend. Good. Two more. And then you're going to keep your elbows bent now at a right angle, so your palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Keep your legs straight now. Tuck your elbows into your waist. You're going to open your arms out to the side and then you're going to close them. So you're breathing in as you open, breathe out as you close, and just keep going. Now, if you feel stable, you can add in a head turn. You don't have to do this. So turning your head to one side as you open your arms, bringing them back to the centre as you close, and then repeating on the other side. One more to each side. And then bringing your arms back down by your sides. You're going to come up into a ribcage closure now as you breathe out. So lengthen your arms up above your head. And then as you breathe in, you're going to circle them out to the side. Two more like that. Good. Keep your spine still. Then bending your elbows to a right angle again, so as if you were doing a bicep curl. Good. A little bit higher actually this time. Right up like that, that's great. Good. And then you're going to open your arms out to the side. Good, and close them again. Three more. Breathe out as you open, breathe in as you close. Good, and then you can bring your arms back down by your sides. Just roll your shoulders back a few times now. Good. Then you're going to bring your arms just a little way in front of you. Keep your arms straight. And then you're going to bring them behind you. So you're pushing the palms of your hand behind you. So you're going to extend in your shoulders. And just do three more like that. Good. So from here, we're going to go into some squats. So you're going to bring the weight back into your heels. Do you want to go on sideways on actually, Daisy? Good. Weight back into your heels. You're going to keep your spine neutral. You're going to take a breath in as you hinge from your hips, bend your knees and come into your squat. You can bring your arms out in front of you. And then breathe out as you push into your heels and straighten back up again. And keep going with that. Now you can actually do that with a chair behind you or even a sofa, though that might be a little bit low. Good, so you're really going as if you're going to sit down into the chair and then you're pushing in your heels to push yourself back up into the standing position. Good, one more. Good, and then you're going to come to the mat, Daisy, and you're going to come down into lying position. You can just put the weights down now. Good, so coming into relaxation position, just scan through your body. Just check that you're in neutral spine. You might want to do a few little pelvic tilts just to check you're neutral. Good, bring your pelvis so that it's level. Engage your core. You can let your head just roll from side to side. Check you're still released in your neck. And then just bringing your feet just about hip width apart, so your knees are apart as well. And we're just going to go into knee rolls. So both knees are going to come over to one side. You're keeping your pelvis completely still. So knees come over to one side, just going to be a small movement. And then back to the centre and then over to the other side. So if you think it's a lateral and a medial rotation within your hip joint. So one knee is rolling out, the other one's rolling in. You find that quite hard, don't you?
I don't have much range of movement, especially that side.
Two more. Keep your pelvis completely still. Just feel that movement within your hip joint. And then come back into the centre. Bring your arms back down by your sides. We're going to go straight up into a bridge. So you're going to hold your spine neutral. Bring your feet closer into your body. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, lift your hips straight up towards the ceiling. But now you're going to spine curl down. So you're going to work through your spine as you bring it back to the mat. Bring your pelvis back into neutral. Hold your spine neutral again. Lift your hips back up towards the ceiling. Good. And do two more like that. So tucking under, spine curling all the way down, bridging back up to the top. Good. This time you're going to come back up into a bridge and hold it there. So hold that position, and then you're going to bring your arms into a ribcage closure. Circle them out to the side. And again, two more ribcage closures, keeping that bridge position. Good, last one. Leave your arms down by your sides now. Come in a spine curl back out of your bridge and release back down into neutral. Bring your feet together. Bring your arms out to the side. Your palms are up towards the ceiling. Bring them a tiny bit higher than that, Daisy. A little bit higher again. About there. Yeah, that's lovely. Good. And now you're going to glue your legs together. We're going to go into hip rolls with your feet down, but we're going to add in a head turn. So you're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, rotate your pelvis over to one side and turn your head the opposite way. Then hold it to breathe in. Breathe out as you come back to the centre. Hold it there to breathe in. Breathe out as you go over to the other side, turning your head the opposite way. Hold to breathe in. So you're just moving on your out breath. These are really, really slow. Now, as you turn your head, you're going to add in a little bit of rotation within your shoulder joint. So you're going to actually turn your palm down to face the floor as you look towards that arm. That's it. And then roll it back as you come back to the centre, and then the same to the other side. Good. Do one more of those to each side. Good, and finish. So now you're going to come up into a single knee fold. So just one knee up into a single knee fold. And you're going to put your hand on the top of your knee or the front of your knee. No, just on the front of your knee here. So just here. You're going to bring that hand up actually. And then you're going to push your knee into your hand, and your hand is going to prevent your knee from coming in any closer. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so you can keep that arm down, you don't need that arm. So you're actually feeling that your leg is working, but also your arm. And you're going to push and then release, and then push and release, and once more push your knee into your hand and release. And then you can do the same with your hand on the outside of your knee. So you're then going to feel that you're pushing your knee into your hand, but your hand is not letting it move. So again, you're going to feel the muscles working on the outside of your leg now. Can you feel that? So push and release. Push and release once more. And then you can change legs. So bring your foot back down to the floor. Repeat that on the other side. So fold your knee in. So your hand is just, how would you describe that? On the top of your knee or on the front of your knee?
Probably the front of your knee.
Yeah, on the front of your knee. And then you're going to push into your hand and release. You're almost trying to bring your knee into your chest, but your hand's preventing it from doing it. Once more. And then bringing your hand onto the outside of your knee again and pushing into your hand. Good. Pushing and releasing. And then you can bring your foot back down to the floor. You're going to take the band now. So again, we've had various things that people have told me. A bicycle in a tube, a pair of tights. I tried it with a dressing gown rope. Or if you've got a band, obviously a band. If you've got nothing, then you can just hold behind the back of your leg. But you're going to bring the band around your foot. You're going to lengthen your leg up towards the ceiling and you're going to go into your hamstring stretch. So drawing your leg in towards your body. You can bend and straighten it just a couple of times. And now draw it in and just hold the stretch. Good. And then we'll change sides. So bringing your other foot into the band. You can bend and straighten it maybe 3 times. And then draw your leg in towards your body. Feel the stretch in the back of your leg. Good. Then you're going to bring both feet into the band. So bend your knee now, both feet into the band. So you're up in a double knee fold position. You can have your elbows on the floor. And then you're going to push both feet into the band, straighten your legs, pushing against the resistance of the band, and then slowly draw your knees back in again. And just keep going with those. You can bring your legs a bit lower to the floor, Daisy. Good. So push and then back. Good. So really slow, resisting the pull of the band as you bring your knees back in and pushing against the resistance of it as you bring them back up. Then you're going to lengthen your legs up towards the ceiling, still in the band. Good. And then you're going to slowly just start to bring your legs down towards the floor. And then back up again. So watch you don't let it pull in your lower back. If it starts to pull in your lower back, you've gone down too low. And then you're going to bring your legs back up towards the ceiling and you're just going to circle your pelvis. So imagine that you're drawing circles on the ceiling now with your feet. And you should feel just a little bit of a massage in your lower back. And then change direction. Then you're going to bring one foot out of the band, keep the other one lengthened up towards the ceiling. Good. You're going to now just start to bring that leg all the way down towards the floor, pressing away with your heel. Good, all the way to the floor, and then slowly bring it back up again. And just do that twice more. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Good, once more, keeping your legs straight. Keep your spine still and neutral. And then you can change legs. So just have the other leg bent rather, sorry. Lengthen your leg up towards the ceiling. Lower your leg all the way to the floor. And then bring it back up again. Once more. Good, and then you can take the band off and you're going to come over into lying on your tummy. So we're just going to do a cobra prep to start off with. This is going to work all the muscles in your upper back, really getting extension into your thoracic spine. So legs are apart. You're going to draw your abdominal muscles in. You're going to lift your head, lift your chest. Feel your chest reach forward. Keep your lower ribs down on the floor. Good, hold it there. Think of your neck getting longer. Imagine you're trying to slide your hands towards your feet. So you're feeling those muscles in your upper back just starting to work. And then you can release back down again. Now we did that really slowly, but you're going to come in and out of this a little bit quicker now. So we're going to do about 8 cobra preps. So in and out. So come up on your out breath, come back down on your in breath. But still keep thinking about all of those little rules. Keeping your shoulders released down, keeping your neck long. Good. That's lovely. How many have you done?
Probably 8.
Release back down. You can bend your elbows now and just rest your forehead on the back of your hands. So your hands are together, yeah. Rest your forehead there. And now we're going to go into leg lifts. So your pelvis is really heavy on the floor. You're reaching right away with your toes. Legs completely straight. And you're going to lift one leg, bring it back down to the floor, lift the other leg. So just keep going with these, trying not to let your pelvis rotate and trying not to let your knee bend. So this is quite good for when you've done a little bit of extension, just to rest the spine. One more on each side. Good. And then you're going to keep your legs in this position. You're going to bring your arms down by your sides and you're going to go into dart. So arms are just relaxed down by your sides. And you're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to lift your head and lift your chest. Now, you're not coming up too high. And then you're going to just rotate your arms so that your palms turn in towards your body and reach away with your fingertips. Don't lift too high. Good. Hold it there. Really, really reach. Brilliant. And then release back down. And we're going to do that again. So coming back up into that dart position. Good. Hold it there. Now you're going to float one arm out to the side and up above your head. Good. Keep the lift of your dart. That's lovely. Bring it back down by your side and then repeat that on the other side. Lovely. And release back down. I'm going to do that once more. So lifting back up, arms lengthened away, lifting one arm up and down, other arm. Good. And release back down. Now you can either just have a little rest here, or if you're feeling really strong, you can come up and try and do both arms together. So do what feels right for you, or you can just repeat what we've done. So lifting back up into your dart. Now try floating both arms out to the side and above your head. That's really nice, that's lovely. And then back down, out to the side. Watch your feet don't lift off the floor, and try and do that once more. Does that feel okay? That's really good. And then you can just release back down. That's really good. Come up into rest position. So you want to bring your bottom down to your heels, coming up onto your hands and knees. Lengthen your arms out in front of you and breathe. Good. And then you're going to come back up into 4-point kneeling. So we're going to just put a little bit of weight onto your wrists, which is actually really good for them. If this isn't great for your knees, you can kneel on a cushion, or if you don't want to do 4-point kneeling at all, then you could come up into standing and do a cat in standing. So do what feels right for you. So your knees are directly below your hips, hands directly below your shoulders. Have your arms, just have a tiny bend in them. Okay. And then you're going to just hold your spine completely neutral, and you're just going to rock back and forth. So you're bringing your bottom just a little way back, try not to tuck under. And then you're coming back and you're going to go a little way forward with your wrists, but not too far. And just keep rocking, not too far, keep rocking back and forth. Good. That's really nice. One more. So just holding it there now, keeping your knees, your legs still. You're just going to lengthen one arm out in front of you. Good. Bring it back down. Lengthen the other arm out in front of you. So you're just a little bit more load for your wrists here. Do that once more on each side. Good. And then you can sit back onto your heels again just for a moment. Just give your wrists a rest. And then you're going to come back into 4-point kneeling, and we're going to go just into tabletop legs. Okay, so holding your spine completely neutral, you're going to slide one foot away from you and lengthen your leg up. And then as you draw your leg back in, don't let your knee touch the floor, just draw it back down. So bend your knee, bring it back in, and then lengthen it away again. So you're going to do that fairly quickly, probably about 6 or 7 on that one side. Try and keep completely neutral in your spine. Good. Don't lift too high, that's lovely. And then you're going to change sides. So bring that knee to the floor, lengthen your other leg away and lift it, drawing your knee back in, don't let it touch down. Try and keep neutral in your spine, keep drawing your abdominal muscles in. Push into your hands so your shoulder blades don't wing. 6 or 7 on that side. And then bringing your knee back down to the floor. Just sit back on your heels. You can come up into high kneeling then if you want to. And you can just go into wrist rotations. So rotate your wrists. Okay. Now you're going to come into a lunge position. So from here, you're going to just step one knee forward. So you're going to just hold that position. Good. And then you're going to go into a side reach. Now, so you're going to lengthen one arm up towards the ceiling. Doesn't matter which side, because you're going to go to both sides. And then you're going to, on your out breath, just reach up and over. Good. Hold it to breathe in. Breathe out as you come back up and do the same to the other side. Now, if kneeling is not a good position for you, you can do this in standing or in sitting. So whichever you prefer. Good. Do another one to each side. And then you can change knees. Did we do 2 to each side?
Yes.
Yeah, good. So back. So make sure that your knee is not in front of your foot. Okay, so you want your lower leg to be either vertical or have your foot slightly in front of it. So back into your side reach position. You're breathing out as you bring your arm over, breathing in as you come back, and use your abdominals to come back to the start position. That's lovely. And when you finish that, you're then going to come down into lying on your side. So you could use a head cushion if you need to, or you can bend your elbow and just rest your hand, your head rather, on your arm. You're going to come into oyster position. No, actually bend your, yeah, that's it. So you want your neck to be in line with the rest of your spine. So in oyster position, you're now going to just make sure your hips are stacked on top of each other, shoulders stacked on top of each other, and then we're going to go into a really slow oyster. So you're going to start to open your knee and you're going to count to 4 as you open it. Good. Hold it there for a count of 4. And then 4 as you bring it back down again. So it's really slow. So open, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4. And close, 2, 3, 4. Good. Keep going with that. So opening it as wide as you can. If you've got a little loop, you can use that, or you can use a band tied around your legs, or you can just do it free like Daisy is. 2 more. Good. So really slow. And then bring it back down. Good. Then you're going to lengthen that top leg away. You're going to hold it at hip height and bring it slightly behind the midline of your body. And then you're going to go into circles. So you can either point with your toe or press away with your heel. So whichever you prefer, you're just going to circle your leg. Think of your thigh bone stirring within your hip joint, a bit like when we do leg circles or knee circles. And then change direction. Trying to keep your pelvis level. And then you can change sides. So if you bring your head to the other end, does that feel okay?
Yeah.
It's quite nice doing it, the oyster slowly.
Yeah, that's nice.
So back into oyster position first of all, heels lined up with your bottom, hips stacked on top of each other. You want to have your neck in line with the rest of your spine, so do use a cushion if you need to. And then very, very slow oysters. So opening for a count of 4, 3, 4, holding for a count of 4, and then closing for a count of 4. Keep going with that. Good. Keep going. Really feel your glute med just really working as you push your knee up towards the ceiling. Can you feel that? Good. And just one more. So open, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 4. And then close for a count of 4. Lengthen your leg away again, slightly behind the midline of your body. As you bring it back, watch you don't start to extend in your back, either pointing with your toe or pressing away with your heel. And then you're just going to go into little circles again. And you can change direction. Good. And then you can bring your leg back down to the floor. That's lovely. Good. So coming onto your back again. So back into relaxation position. We're just going to go into those little side rolls that we've done before. So bring your legs quite wide apart, your feet quite wide apart. You can bring your arms out to the side again. And then you're just going to let your knees come over one way and then back to the centre and then over the other way. And you can do that just a few times, quite quickly. Just releasing in your back. And then you're going to cross one leg over the other. And you're going to then rotate so that foot that's in the air will come down towards the floor. And it may come all the way to the floor. And you're just going to hold that. Hold the stretch, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. One more breath. And then you can do the same to the other side. So rotating over, just stretching in your spine. And then coming back up again. So you're going to slowly now come up into sitting, and then we're going to come up into standing. And we're just going to do some press-ups against the wall. So we're going to use this door over here, Daisy. I think it's the easiest thing. So coming to a wall, you're going to... Sorry, I can't get a hold of Daisy in here. You're going to have your arms quite narrow to start off with. So quite a narrow... That's it. You're going to hold your spine completely neutral. And then you're just going to bring your chest close to the wall. So you're going to come into a press-up, keeping neutral in your spine, and then straighten your arms. Good. And you might want to have your feet a bit further away from the wall, Daisy. So the further away from the wall your feet are, the harder it's going to be. Now the important thing is that you stay neutral in your spine. Okay, and having your arms narrow like this, your elbows coming down towards the floor, this is going to work the back of your arms, your triceps. You can basically do as many as you like. And then you can bring your arms wider apart. This is going to work more into your chest. And you can let your elbows come out to the side and do exactly the same. Now it's quite easy to let your pelvis dip towards the wall. Really think about keeping neutral in your spine. That's really good. And then you can come back to your mat. Sorry, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Go a little bit further back. Good. Lengthening up through the crown of your head. Now we're just going to do a tiny bit of balance. You're going to step one foot in front of you, Daisy. Not quite, a little bit further forward. Yeah, a little bit further forward. Yeah, about like that. Then you're going to come up onto your toes and you're going to rotate. Oops, I'm doing it. That's it. And then bring your heels back down to the floor. Little knee bend. Straighten back up again. Up onto your toes. Rotate back to the centre. Good. It's quite hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then bring your heels back down to the floor. Little knee bend. Do that once more to that side, and then we'll change sides. Good. So you can be near the wall for this if that's better for you, but it's a little bit of balance, but it's not, it's both feet on the floor. Good. You want to bring your other foot forward now.
Okay.
You've done loads on that side. So bringing your other foot forward, doesn't have to be too far forward, just like a natural step forward, and still keeping your feet fairly narrow. And then up onto your toes, rotate a quarter turn, bend your knees, come back up onto your toes and rotate back. Good. Just do one more. Good. And then bringing your feet back together, lengthen up again through the crown of your head. You're now going to take a deep breath in through your nose as you float your arms up above your head. and a long exhalation as you float them back down again. And just do that once more, breathing in and breathing out.